Greetings and welcome to another episode of the Fan Council podcast presented by RaceNote. Big week in news. Who's ready for a big pile of news?
I am.
The biggest thing this week was the format change. The races will now consist of 3 stages. Championship implications within each stage. Each stage will finish, and the winner will receive points towards the championship. The top 10 finishers of the first 2 stages will be awarded additional championship points. Yes. The winner of the first 2 stages of each race will receive 1 playoff point, and the race winner will receive 5 playoff points. All playoff points will carry through to the end of the third round of the playoffs, with the championship 4 racing straight up at Homestead Miami Speedway for the title. The championship points following the first 2 stages will be awarded on a descending scale, with the stage winner receiving 10 points, second receiving 9, and so on down the line. Race winner of the final stage, will now receive 40 points. Second place will receive 35, third, 34th, and on down the line. Format change, fellas. What do you think?
I think it's good.
It'll definitely make things more exciting, but I want to see how it plays out first.
I think the points not transferring over in the previous years, 14, 15, 16, as we saw, you could have one driver dominate the entire season and then just come up short because the points don't carry through all the rounds, like, Martin Truex Jr. I don't know how many races he won, 4 or 5 in 2016, but then just bad race at Talladega, bad race before that, and out.
I agree. Do you feel like this is maybe forced drama, or do you think this is something that the sport needed?
Outside board was what it needed more than just creating more drama. I mean, of course, drama can happen with anything. We had drama before this race, and we're definitely gonna have more drama this year. But I think we definitely needed to change, especially with the points carrying over in the championship rounds.
No, I definitely agree with that. You get a lot of. If you've been anywhere on social media after reading some of this stuff, it's a bone of contention with a lot of the. Not all of the older fans, a lot of the older fans that think it should just be 36 races, highest finishing in the points is your champion. And that, what do you guys think about, obviously the format change is important. It was decided more by the driver council than it was anybody else, which to me is saying that the drivers are saying, hey, we need something to recharge us. Do you think this is going to alienate those older fans or bring in some new fresh eyes to enjoy the sport?
I never actually watched NASCAR without a chase, so I don't really know what anything was like other than watching, the Xfinity and the Truck Series, which is pretty different when you really think about it, so I don't know. I don't think this is really going to change the viewer base all that much. I mean, it's really just changing how people get through round to round, and I don't know. I don't think the segments are going to be as dramatic as everyone's making it out to be once you get well into the season.
I really think this new point system is going to reward consistency. I mean, we saw how Martin Truex Jr. dominated the Coca-Cola 600. He really had a crap ton of points for that. Instead, he only just got like the standard for just winning the race and most laps led and stuff like that.
That's a really good point.
I didn't huge event to dominate that complete race.
Yeah, that's a good point. I never even thought of that. That somebody that's going to dominate a race is going to be better rewarded for it. So that's a good point.
Yeah, that would have been 60 points total for the race, and then
Wow.
7 to carry through the chase, if I'm remembering it correctly.
That's impressive. That's very, very cool. I think it's going to be great. I think the sport needs to change up every once in a while. It still has a lot of the older fans, but those older fans aren't bringing the money to the sport like the young fans do. I don't know if I'm explaining that in the right way. They need the young fans. The younger fans are going to bring. They're going to bring money. They're going to bring eyes, and they need to make the sport younger for that reason. So they obviously in this day and age you have a lot of people with short attention spans. I'm one of them. That I think breaking it up instead of having a intentional or not an intentional, but a phantom debris caution, and just call a spade and say, hey, we're just going to have an intermission here. That's. I think it's awesome. And with that, that's going to be going across all three series, and that eliminates the Truck Series caution clock, which is good. I mean, I didn't have a problem with the caution clock. I liked it for that.
It wasn't used all that much.
No, it really wasn't. And when it was like, oh, sweet bathroom break. Or, yay, let's bunch the fuel back up so Kyle Busch can drive away.
Oh. Think so.
Not bitter at all. Some other news is they tested, not they, but AJ Allmendinger tested the road course at Charlotte.
Have either of you ever seen cars run the road course at Charlotte?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool the way they do it. It kind of cuts through the pit road wall, doesn't it?
Yeah, right at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then there's like that wall that extends, and you kind of like go through it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Go on.
Go ahead.
It's pretty cool how just the whole setup is of the road course at Charlotte.
I think it's interesting. They bring Allmendinger in a cup car, test at Charlotte infield. Now, do you think this could take the place of the October Chase race?
Hopefully not.
I don't think so.
Or do you think they just add it onto the schedule at some point?
I probably see it maybe in the All-Star race or an exhibition race like that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, the All-Star race.
And that would be cool too, but I'm one of the people that clamor that there should be another road course, and there should be a road course in the Chase. It seems like that's like the perfect spot. Since they don't have to go way out west, they don't have to go way out north, they're still in Charlotte. All those fans that are coming to the Charlotte race are already there. I don't know. I think it's a really good spot to put a road course race in the Chase and a third road course race overall. Michael Waltrip's final 500. What has been 35 years?
How many has it been, actually?
I think it's been 35 years. I think that's why he's quitting this year. I'm sure Google could tell me better, but
I think it was something like... I thought it was 32 this year, but I'm not certain.
I know this is 30th 500.
Well, then that's... I knew it was in the 30s. I thought it was an even number, so not an even number, but a number they could just... Instead of like 37. So...
That's a good way to put it.
This is his 34th year. 34th. Why don't you one more year for 35? But that's cool. I mean, Michael Waltrip's obviously he's won it 500 once. And was it twice? No, it was just once.
Nope,
Twice.
Was it twice? Wow.
2001, 2004, or 2003.
I'll be damned. Okay, well. Whew. My history is not working today. the old brain.
He's run the 531 times, won it twice in 2001 and 2003.
Oh.
Oh.
That's his only 2 wins, right?
No, he had 2 wins at Talladega.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
That's right. Statistician on point tonight. Let's see what else is going on. We got the Phoenix. There was a Phoenix test today after Phoenix had announced $1.8 million in not reconstruction, but
New construction for like the grandstand areas and
that's right.
kind of like the Daytona Rising.
Yeah.
That'd be good. It needs it. I think they said it was. See, I'm gonna be wrong about this too. They said it's been in business for 60 years. I could.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I could have swore I heard that on Race Hub tonight. So.
I also stand corrected. Michael Waltrip won the Coca-Cola 400, or Coke 0400 one time, not two Talladega races.
Gotcha. Yeah, Phoenix Raceway opened in 1964. So if you do the math, it's okay. I don't
53.
Yeah, 53. That's still quite a long ways, and it was due for an upgrade. And with that, they're also moving the start-finish line to the exit of 2, that little street between right before the dog leg. So that's going to be cool. I think that's going to be really cool.
Those restarts would be incredible.
Right. Because it's not a really hardcore dog leg, but it's a pretty decent little curve, and I think going right into 3 like that'll. But the nice part about that is it's a lot wider than the front stretch, so I don't think you're going to see the big bottlenecks that you saw in the past. People spinning their tires and getting rammed into. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Gordon and Wayne Taylor Racing won the Rolex 24.
And Ford won the GTLM.
And the Ford won the GTLM, and you know what? And I'm actually happy about that. They won Le Mans, and they won Daytona. That was one they really wanted, so I'm glad. But I'm also glad to see Gordon get that Rolex. That's baller. Oh, so let's see. What else is going on? You guys got anything interesting? Fun? Rants, raves?
I think it was announced earlier that Corey LaJoy is going to be racing part-time with BK Racing this year in the 83.
Very cool.
Yeah, Grant Enfinger will be in the 98 truck for Thor Sport. Obviously, Matt Crafton's going to be back in the 88 truck, and it does sound like they will be running 4 trucks. Wow. So that's a potential for somewhere Biffleking.
Oh,
I'd like to see it, but I know they also signed Jed. Was it Jed Coughlin?
You mean Cody Coughlin with Jegs?
It was a Coughlin. It was a Coughlin. Definitely a Coughlin. Yeah, he's on in a Thor Sport truck too. So yeah, that's 4 trucks. And this keeps popping up and over and over and over. And at some point we have to take it serious, and I do take it serious because it would be really cool. But could Dodge be ready to return to NASCAR by 2018? Doug Yates believes so. Doug Yates had an interview on SiriusXM NASCAR radio today saying if they really wanted to be there in 2018, they could be. So, this keeps coming up and coming up and coming up, and like I said, I'm taking it a little more seriously. Do you think Dodge could really make a comeback in NASCAR, especially in 2018?
No.
Oh.
Not 2018.
You don't think
It'd
so?
be too early.
Really?
No.
They'd have all this year to get all their ducks in a row?
Well, when do they have? Till like May to submit the engine, and then like September-ish to submit the body?
Well, the engine's already done.
Oh, the engine's done?
The engines, they are using the same blueprint they had.
So they can just reuse their engine from 2012?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, body deadline is what? Late September?
September, right.
unless they've been working on it behind the scenes, there's no way they're designing a complete new body, which, if they are going to do it, they're doing it behind the scenes, but I just feel like someone would have leaked it already that they've been working on it, because, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like it's going to happen that quickly to me.
Didn't they build a body for the same, well, not the same year, but the year before they dropped out? Didn't they have a body ready?
They did actually, yeah, you're right, they had the Gen 6 Charger.
So I don't see why they couldn't have something, together by then.
You'd know better than me, have the bodies haven't changed all that much, it's just the downforce packages, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's just the downforce package. It's Gen 6. I think they stopped running the Dodges or the COT era before the Gen 6 cars they're running now.
They unveiled the Gen 6 Charger as the thing, though. They had one fully designed, and until Penske dropped them, they had planned on running it.
Yep.
And the splitters and the spoilers, those are the same from manufacturer to manufacturer, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Like the spoiler that we have in all the new cars, that's the smaller spoiler. It's it's not like different on any certain car.
No. The bodies now are pretty much all, except for the tail panel and the front nose and a very small part in the fenders, are all the same. In the rear, like the back door windows. That's just a matter of the shape, but that doesn't change the contour or the outline of the car.
Mm-hmm.
But I just posted a picture. I'll post a link to the picture in the description of the Dodge that we're talking about. So.
Yeah, to me that actually doesn't. More the first one. Those are two different cars, aren't they? Or is that the same car?
No.
Oh, you posted. I think that's the same. That's the same.
It's at
car.
two different racetracks, isn't it?
I think the second one is a render.
Okay. Yeah. It almost looks more like a Gen 5 car than I'm expecting, or maybe I'm just so used to seeing the, Camrys and SS and Fusion, but it almost looks like it didn't change much from the Gen 5 car. It
really didn't. The nose, and you could tell the bottom one's a render. I'll post both in the description. The bottom one is a render because the top of the grill kind of goes up over the hood. In the actual picture here, the grill stays right at the headlight line. So.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I thought that was a Gen 5 car in the bottom.
Photoshop confirmed.
But like I said, they have a body, they have an engine. I think the only thing they're lacking is a team.
And 2017 specifications.
True. I mean, but that's really not that hard. I mean, the Dodge is full of good engineers. I'm sure.
Yeah, but I feel like just to go from nothing to try to get to the top would be pretty hard. Because, I mean, even the Gen 5 car, with all the stuff they had done for then, it's not... They're pretty much out of date.
That's not untrue. I mean, that's a completely valid point. But it just keeps popping up. So to me, I have to really take notice of it and think that maybe it'll come alive. I'm hoping. I would like to see another manufacturer in the sport that would bring a little more. I think it would bring something to it. I'd like to see it. Oh, so you guys got any rants or raves? Any other news that I didn't pick up on?
I think we covered pretty much everything.
Well, I've been fighting with recording software and computers, and I have that small rant. Sometimes I hate technology. Just as a reference, we had planned this podcast for, more than a week. Oh yeah, we'll get together. And one day it's friggin' Skype. And then the next day, all of my settings for my recording software are just into the ether. So I had to try to fix that and get the Skype call around, and oh, frustrating. Something else I noticed. I'm gonna move on from that before I start swearing. Looks like Nature's Bakery is pulling out of this Danica Patrick sponsorship. Is that a surprise?
No.
I don't think it is.
I mean, they're not anywhere to be found on anything remotely related to Danica. Do you think she's kind of run her course?
Yes.
I see her moving down to the Xfinity eventually, probably after this season, if that.
So if she if Xfinity isn't an option, where do you see her ending up?
Ricky's pit box.
Damn, that's savage.
I can see her doing like some pit reporting or something like that.
Oh man, I hate it. I still legitimately pull for it. When I see her running well, it gets me excited. Man, I think NASCAR is so competitive versus the Indy cars, and to be blunt, she wasn't the best in Indy cars, but keeping her around for sponsorship money, I suppose.
Kind of like what's happening now, right?
Oh yeah.
The Atlanta Motor Speedway, New Hampshire Motor Speedway have made a bet on the Super Bowl. We'll see how that plays out. Who you guys got for Super Bowl?
I have no idea.
I'll say Atlanta, because I just don't want to see New England win again.
Oh, man. I'm with you. Because, golly, I realize they are good. But at the same time, it's just like, come on. Stop it. Stop being good. Stop it. Get some help. And Carl Edwards keeps popping up in the news with more rumors of what he's doing. I heard a rumor said he was going to run for Senate. Carl, please. Please don't. I like you. I don't want to see you become a horrible, terrible, evil politician.
I think actually today he said that he doesn't have any interest in politics.
Thank
So,
God. And he was at the test today in Phoenix helping out Daniel Suarez. It was nice to see him at the track, but damn, I'm going to miss him.
I think he'll be back.
I hope so. I really hope so. Biffle says he's still working on something for 2017. Is he just blowing smoke up our butts? or does he really think he's got something going on?
People had said that he was getting offers, so I don't know what he's got going on.
Offers from what? There ain't nothing
Something
out
though.
there. Like, seats are filling up. Seats are filling up quick. There ain't nowhere for him to go.
Truck rides, Xfinity rides.
Are there openings?
Maybe a couple of them.
You got Thor Sport, Penske car, Junior Motorsports full or no?
Xfinity, I believe they are.
Yeah, they have Byron and who else is there?
Oh, yeah.
Superstar
Sadler,
car.
yeah, Elliott Sadler. And then
Oh,
they're
yeah.
in a third car that's going to have Casey Kane, Kevin Harvick, and Jr. in it. So, oh, ow, wow. Loud noises. All right, well, you know what? I think we're going to wrap it up for tonight. I think we're all tired and just kind of frustrated with trying to get this one out. So, we will make it definitely a better effort to get one out next week. That'll be much smoother. So, For Cam and for Alex, I am Michael. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.